Hello and welcome to Peza Horror Stories. This story was sent to me by Sarah Mitchell, a travel nurse who often drives long overnight routes between hospitals across Oregon. One cold evening, she stopped at an empty rest area to stretch her legs, but what she found there should have never existed. The rain had been falling for hours. Sarah's wipers dragged across the windshield in a slow, hypnotic rhythm as she drove through the pine-covered highways near Crater Lake. The fog was thick, curling between the trees like ghostly fingers. She had just finished a 12-hour hospital shift in Medford and was heading north to Bend, a lonely 3-hour drive through mountain roads. By 11 p.m., her eyes were heavy. She needed a break when she saw a blue highway sign that read Rest Area, 1 mile. Relief washed over her. She slowed her car and turned into a narrow side road surrounded by tall fir trees. The rest stop appeared quiet, just a row of parking spaces, 2 old vending machines, and a flickering yellow light over the restroom building. No other cars in sight. Sarah parked near the entrance and shut off the engine. The sound of rain on the roof filled the silence. She leaned back, rubbing her temples. Then she noticed something odd. The fluorescent light above the restrooms was flickering rhythmically, almost like it was signaling. On for 3 seconds, off for 2. Over and over again. She brushed it off as faulty wiring and stepped outside. The air was cold, the rain biting her cheeks. She jogged toward the restroom building, her shoes splashing through shallow puddles. The door creaked as she pushed it open. The smell of damp wood and old disinfectant hit her immediately. The lights buzzed weakly. She checked each stall empty, then washed her hands, staring at her tired reflection in the mirror. That's when she noticed something written faintly on the fogged-up glass. "Leave before they arrive." Her heart skipped. She wiped the mirror quickly, but the words were gone. No marker, no residue, nothing. Nervously, she laughed under her breath. "I need sleep," she whispered and left the restroom. Outside, something had changed. There were 3 cars parked beside hers, all old models, maybe from the 1970s, covered in grime and leaves as if they'd been sitting there for decades. The air felt heavier. The forest was silent, no rain, no wind, not even the sound of distant traffic. She called out, "Hello, is anyone here?" No response. She approached one of the cars and shone her phone flashlight through the window. The inside was empty, except for a children's doll sitting upright in the driver's seat, its head turned toward her, her stomach twisted. She turned around to leave and froze. A woman was standing near the vending machines. She wore a long gray coat, her hair dripping wet, her face turned slightly away. "Ma'am," Sarah called out, "do you need help?" The woman didn't answer. She just stood there, completely still. Sarah took a cautious step forward. "Hey, are you okay?" The woman slowly turned her head. Her face was pale, eyes dark and sunken. Her mouth moved, but the sound that came out wasn't human. A long, drawn-out whisper that sounded like wind escaping a cave. Sarah stumbled back, fumbling for her keys. Behind her, the other car's headlights flicked on all at once, though no one was inside. The engines coughed to life, idling low and uneven. She ran to her car, jumped in, and hit the ignition, but the engine wouldn't start. The dashboard lights blinked weakly. Then the radio crackled to life, playing a soft, static hum. A voice came through faint and male. "You shouldn't be here after midnight." Sarah's breath came fast. "Who is this?" No answer, just static and faint laughter beneath it. Then, out of the corner of her eye, she saw movement. A man stepping out of the restroom building. His clothes were old, soaked through, and his eyes glowed faintly in the headlights. He began walking toward her slow, mechanical steps, leaving no footprints in the wet ground. More figures emerged from the woods, silhouettes of men, women, and children, all silent, all staring. Sarah screamed, slamming her hand on the ignition again and again, until finally, the engine roared to life. She threw the car in reverse and sped down the access road, tires skidding on the wet asphalt. When she looked in the rearview mirror, the rest stop was gone. Only trees and darkness remained. She drove until she saw lights ahead, a 24-hour diner. She pulled in, shaking, and rushed inside. The waitress, a woman in her 50s, gave her a concerned look. "You look like you've seen a ghost," she said. Sarah told her everything, the flickering lights, the cars, the figures. The waitress's smile slowly faded. Where exactly did you stop? Sarah described the rest area, the small building, the vending machines. The woman nodded slowly. That place was shut down almost 40 years ago. A flash flood hit it in '83. A family and 2 travelers got trapped in their cars overnight. None of them made it. Sarah's stomach turned cold. They say, the waitress added softly, on rainy nights, people still see the lights come on. Like the ones who died there. Don't realize the road moved on. When Sarah got back to her car, she noticed something she hadn't before. The rearview mirror was fogged up, and written across it, in small, shaky letters, were the same words she had seen in the restroom. Leave before they arrive. She wiped the glass clean and drove away without looking back. But that night, when she reached her motel and unpacked her bag, she found something wedged inside her jacket pocket. Small, water-damaged photograph. It showed a family of 3 standing by a rest stop sign, the same one she'd seen. In the corner of the photo, a faint reflection showed her car, parked beside them.